What's up, my fellow YouTubers? Welcome back, welcome back. Happy new year. We're in 2025. Wow, time just is flying by. You know, when you're going through the motion, though, it don't seem like it's flying by, but when you look back, you be like, yeah, it's flying by. So I figured for my first video for the new year, we recap Pokemon, the year of Pokemon, right? Kind of like go over my top 10 cards of each set that dropped in 2024. So we started off 2024 with a banger. The first one was Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates was the first set that dropped. That was my number one set, all-time favorite set. Second set was Temporal Forces, then Twilight Masquerade, Shrouded Fable, Stellar Crown, and we ended it off with Surging Sparks. So it was a pretty good year. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. So, you know, people were talking about how Sword and Shield was better than Scarlet Violet. No, baby. As time went on, things get better and better and better. So, I mean, all of them have good cards and good sets in it, though. You know, so I can't talk nothing bad about Sword and Shield either. So, but we're going to start it off. I'm going to go in the order of what's my favorite instead of going in the order of how it was released. So my number one set was Paldean Fates. I went crazy over this set. I mean crazy. I loved it. I really did. I like the fact when you open up the packs, you felt like you were getting something, even though it wasn't much, because if you look in this set and you open it up, this set was really like a ton of baby shinies, right? Trying to collect all the baby shinies. So as far as your illustration rares and full arts and things like that, it wasn't like it was a ton of it, right? Your SIRs, it wasn't like it was a ton of it. But the ones that they did have were bangers. They were straight up bangers, you know. So when you get to your illustrated rares and stuff, I mean, you had some bangers. You got the Charizard, you got the Gardevoir, you got the Mew. You know, it was some bangers. A lot of heat. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna show you my top 10 cards in Paldean Fates. Alright guys, I'm going to close this book. Let's start it off. My number one card is Clyde. This card right here, I love it. I love it. It is so much detail in this card. You got the trainers along with the Pokemons all in this card. I love it. Love it. So I had to get this in a 10. I pulled this myself. I graded it myself. Yeah, this was a must. This card is gorgeous. Gorgeous. So this is my number one card in the set. And it's not based upon price. It's not, because this doesn't cost that much. It's not. But I don't care. I don't care that it don't cost that much, because I love this card. So this is my number one card in the set. My number two card is this Gardevoir. This card is so classy, elegant, beautiful. The texture on it. Love it. Love it. And blue is my favorite color too. So, I mean, I just love it. I adore it. It looks so angelic. Look like she's floating. Yeah, I love it. So this is my number two card. Number 3 card, Bubble Mew. Again, blue is my favorite color, and what I really, really love about this card is most of the Mew cards kind of look alike. You know, it's got a little difference, but not much difference. This card is totally different. So different. I like how they got them in like a bubble, and if you probably can't see it on camera and because it's in the case, but it's like swirls outside of the bubble. Like it's the texture on this card. That's why I say you must see these cards in hand versus looking at them on camera, because you miss out on all the texture, all the lighting, all the way the light bounces off the card. You know, you miss out on that looking at it on camera, but in hand. So I love the Bubble Mew. That's number 3. And then you gotta give it to my boy Charizard. He's gotta be in the top 5 somewhere in just about any set, honestly. I mean, he's top dog. He's king, man. He is king. People don't like to, you know, give it to him or admit, because he's around so often. So people tend to get burnt out. I don't. Especially if they keep using like different poses and different art. As long as they not doing the same picture over and over again. I love to see Charizard. He reigns supreme, you know. I like the colors, you know. Large and in charge. That's what he looks like. Large and in charge. So, you know, I definitely had to get this in the PSA 10. And the best thing about this is there's only one card in all that we're going to talk about today that I purchased. Everything else I pulled and had it graded myself. So, I mean, that feels so good, because that's one that let me know they're all authentic. Ain't no shadiness on these cards, you know what I'm saying? And it was fun. The memories, I had the memories, and the upset times, the times I was mad, I wasn't pulling anything, you know, being frustrated. But, you know, in the end, I'm happy. I'm happy. So that's number 4. Now, I have a ton of cards that's out at PSA right now getting graded. So there are some of these cards that I haven't gotten back yet for PSA. So but I had like duplicates or whatever, so I'm just going to show the card. But most likely, most of these cards are at PSA getting graded. Alright, so my next card. I like trainers, okay? A lot of people don't. I don't care. But for me, I like trainers, okay? I love this penny trainer. Look, it's got Umbreon in there. I just love it. And Penny, like, she's been in a lot of different sets, and I didn't know that she had like different aliases. And you'll find that out later as we go along when I say that. But I love this Penny card. It's got a lot of texture. So that's a card I love. So that's like number 5. Alright. Number 6. Arven. I love this Arven card. Texture, same thing. A lot of texture. It's busy. A lot of details in the card. A lot of details. So yeah. Love it. I don't know if I could kind of turn it so you can see how the light reflects off of it, but yeah, love it. So that is number 6. Number 7. Now this is one of my least favorite Iona cards, even though I love Iona. But the thing is, I don't like what they did on the top of her head. It looks like it's a print line, like it's messed up on the card is what it looks like. I'm not sure if that's how they designed it, but every card is like that. Every single card. So I this is my least favorite because of that. It looks like part of her head is cut off, and yeah, I think they messed up on that detail. But this card would have been off the chain had they had that part right. Yeah, it just looks like it's something's messed up or off. But the colors and everything else, I love. I love, love, love. So that's number 7. All right, number 8. Y'all probably gonna be surprised. But number 8, this Coridon, Number 8, this Coridon gold card. This is a new style of gold card that they've done. They introduced it this last year, 2024, and I like it. I like that green. Got like little gold flakes into the green, and then I like it. It brings different, something different to the gold card. And then I like the Coridon. I like the pose. So I like it. So that's number 8. Now, I didn't pick out cards for number 9 and 10 because 9 and 10 consist of a ton of baby shinies. A ton of baby shinies, which is like the Charmander, Charmeleon, Snorlax, all the top baby shinies. So I left that for 9 and 10 is the baby shinies. But as far as the arts go and the set go, these ones right here are my top. And like I said, this set was so fun. So fun. I wish I had all my cards back from PSA. So I could show all my graded cards that I had gotten that I like in the set. So yeah, but you know how it is. It takes quite a bit of time to start getting your cards back. So, but these are the ones that I have so far that I graded, and they're 10s. And that's another thing is that, like, in my collection, I try and get mostly 10s. So I might have to submit cards several different times. I take all my little duplicates and have to keep retrying until I can get a 10. That's how I do it. So, but yeah, number 1, Paldea and Fates. All right. We're going to take a pause right there because y'all let me forget these code cards. I can't start off the new year like this. Come on, y'all. We can't start off the new year's like this. We got to remember these code cards, guys. Because I'm telling you, yes, I have a ton. A ton. So, have at it, guys. Have at it. There is a lot. They started off the year with a banger and they ended it with a banger. I can tell you that right now. Pokemon wasn't no joke. They started off strong and they ended it strong. So, because my next set, my number 2 set of the year is Surging Sparks. And that's what ended 2024, is Surging Sparks. It's a banger. It's a banger. It's a tough set, but it's a banger. It is. So we're going to get to open it up and get to the illustration rares and IRs and SIRs or whatever, however they want to pronounce it. Get to the good stuff. Get to the goodie. All right. So there is a lot of illustration rares and full arts in here. That some nice art. Nice art. Real nice art in this set. Something for everybody. Now, I don't like every art in this set. No, I don't. But they have some bangers. they had some bangers. So, yeah. These are the... They had a little something for everybody. Everybody. Like I say, different structure, different folks. You don't have to like everything that everybody else like, or just because a card costs a lot of money, that has to be your number one card. No. It's what you like, you know. This is your set, your collection. There's nothing wrong with hitting the top cards and, you know, being able to sell it, get a little change or whatever. No problem. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But for your collection, your set, it should consist of what you like. So, in my set, my number one, I kind of put these together because Pikachu reigns supreme to me, like Charizard. Pikachu is like one of my tops, and it has nothing to do with the cost of this card or nothing like that, but I love all of these Pikachus. These are all my tops. I can't, it's like I can't separate it because they're all different, and I love each one of them for different reasons. Like, I love how they incorporated the rainbow borders. I love the rainbow borders. That's so different. I like the fact that they got the colors. They kind of bounce off of each other. Love it. And the gold card. You know, a lot of people don't like gold cards, but they come out with some bangers on some of these gold cards. In the Sword and Shield era, that Snorlax, that gold Snorlax, love it. You know. And that's how I feel about this Pikachu. This gold, it just, mwah, chef's kiss. I love it. Make it look so rich, you know. Love it. And then I like this because this is so different. You know, we always see, like, these two pictures are identical. You know what I'm saying? They're the same. But I like how they incorporated it in different ways. But it's only so many times you want to see this picture, you know what I'm saying, this pose over and over again. You want to see something different. And this is very different and unique because they tend to reuse a lot of the same picture and pose of Pikachu in so many sets. It is refreshing to get new art. So whether or not you like it, that's your choice. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it doesn't. I like it. I like it. I like how they incorporated the red cheeks. It's different from like the celebration set and all that with the red cheek Pikachus and the yellow cheek Pikachu. You know what I'm saying? This is gorgeous. And on here, the crown, the jewel crown, is not all that overpowering. You know what I'm saying? I think they did a nice soft touch on this Pikachu. It kind of looked kind of antique, kind of vintage. You know what I'm saying? I really like this. I enjoy it. And this is the one card that I had to purchase because I ripped so many packs of Surge Sparks. I mean a lot. I'm ashamed to say I ripped a lot of Surge Sparks, and this is the one card that I could not hit. So I said I can't do it no more. I gotta get it. So I went on ahead and purchased it. And even though it's a 9, I don't care. I need to complete my master set. So a 9 is good enough. I'm not looking to sell it anyway. So yeah, 9 is fine. That means it's been graded, it's authentic, and it's still in good quality. It's a mint 9. It's still in good quality. It's just not a perfect. It's not a 10. But it's better to have it than have not. Okay? So, yeah. These are my number ones. And it's a tie. And I got all three of them listed as my number ones. Alright. Number 2. Y'all, we got to give it to the Latios and Latias. Here they go again, man. Here they go again. Doing it up. Doing it up. I missed out on the Heart Latios and Latias, which that all art is like $3,500 or something like that in the PSA 10. So I don't have that in my collection and would love to have that in my collection. Can't afford it. So, but I do have this one. So this is definitely an option if you don't have it, or even if you do have it, you know, the other one. But I think it looks nice. It's gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. So I'm glad to have this in my collection. There's another card that goes with this. It's the Miss Spirit or something like that. Also has that background. So in this set, they have a couple of cards that kind of go together. You put them together, and I'll explain that too. So this is next. This is 2 and 3. Now my 4th card is the Melodic, and I'll show you that in the book. It's at PSA getting graded. I haven't gotten it back yet, but Melodic is number 4, and that's this card right here. That's this card right here. Okay, love it, love it. I hope I can get a 10 in that. I hope so. Now that card pairs up with this card, and that's why this card is even in here, is because it pairs up. I'm not like a real big fan of this card. I just like the fact that it pairs up with this card and it makes a bigger picture. So that's why this card is in the top 10. So these two cards go together. So like I said, this one's still at PSA. Hopefully I can get a 10 in that, but that's my number 4, guys. Number 5. Man, I thought this hydrog, I can't even pronounce this stuff. This hydrogen, I thought it was so cool. Plus I like the rainbow borders. I thought it was cool. I'm like a little versatile. I like a little simplicity in some of my art, and then I like some of that pow, some of that busyness of it, you know. But you know, it just changes. It's just, that's why I look at each card individual, and I have an individual feel on what I like about it. So yeah, I thought this card was actually gonna wind up being like one of the top dogs, really. Because I thought when I first seen it, you know how they always showing little, what do they call them, highlights of the set before it comes out. And when they showed this card, it was like, wow, that's a cool card. I thought more people would be real hyped on for this card. All right, the next card, same thing with the Cellar Rouge, right? Cellar Rouge is my next one. I thought this was pretty cool and different, you know. We look at these cards over and over again so many times. Some of them start running together because they kind of look alike. You know, the similarities are so similar that they kind of like blend all together. So when you start getting cards like this, they kind of like stand out. It's like, pow. So this was another good one. Next, Skarmory. Man, I thought this was, it kind of looked like realistic. I thought this was cool. This was so cool. I mean, it like stands out. It looks like it looks really real, you know. I like this cast form when I seen it. A little playful, little comic bookish kind of like, or something like that. But I really like this. I like the details. Clabopus, same thing. Just like the cast form. But this is a cleaner. It's a cleaner picture, a more real picture. Besides, you know, cartoonish kind of like. So I really like this one too. The bravery. Now this bravery, you really got to see this in person and see how the light reflects off of it. It looks like a painting, actually. It looks more like a painting. So that was pretty unique and different. So that's one of the things I like about Surgeon Sparks, because it brought a lot of different, unique stuff, different stuff. Like the rainbow borders and, you know, all that. You know, they kind of carried it on. Even though the rainbow borders didn't start with Surgeon Sparks. So, but I like that they kept it and kept incorporating. I like this Kekleon. I like this too. That was pretty cool. So those are my top cards for Surging Sparks. But like I say, what was missing out of here was the Milotic. So now we are on set number 3. Guess what that set is? Believe it or not, Temporal Forces. Temporal Forces is my number 3 set. A lot of stuff in here. It was a little different, you know what I'm saying? They did the ancient and, you know, how it go? Ancient and regular sets, you know? So it's a little different, They incorporated some different stuff in here as well. They didn't have a lot of older Pokemon in here. You know, a lot of nostalgia wasn't necessarily in this set because of the fact that it was future and ancient. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of was a little different. So, but it had quite a bit of art. That's where it started at. Introduced a lot of new stuff that I hadn't seen. Again, you got the dual cards that come together and make one big picture. So like I say, they have a lot of art to choose from. Like I say, everybody likes something different, but you're gonna find something that you like. It'll be something, and it doesn't necessarily, like I say, has to be the expensive card in the set. Does not. And then finally ended up with the gold cards. So that's the Temporal Forces. And we're going to start it off with my number 1 card of the set, which is Iron Crown. This card looks so powerful, and I probably like it because it kind of takes you back to the Umbreon or Moonbreon, as everybody say. I don't know, but it's so clean, and it just shows. It looks like powerful, like I'm king. You know what I'm saying? I just like how that looks. I like it. I think they did a fine job with this card. My second card, Iron Leaves. Same thing. I like how clean it looks. I like it. That's number 2. next, again, my trainers, the Erie card. I like that wild gothic kind of look. I like it. I like it. You gotta look. Would I like this card if Gengar was not in here? Probably not. It probably wouldn't make the top 10. But because Gengar is in here, it made it. Bianca's Devotion. Now I love this. I think it's so nice and just calming. You know, I like it. Alright, here we go. We got the Ghastly. This card tripped out when it first came out, man. They tried to send this card to the moon, man. Yeah, they was playing around with the cost of this card right here. But it didn't matter to me. It was in my top 10 anyway. And I love this full art Gengar. It's so clean and you could just see him. Just, you know. Usually you got him doing something wild and crazy, and here he just with a smile. Just with the smile. This Drampa. I actually like the hollow, the uncommon or common card of this as well. This kind of takes me back. This kind of takes me to a little nostalgia. This reminds me of, there was a movie when I grew up called Never Ending Story. Falcor, something like that was the dragon's name. This kind of have me in that mindset when I see this card right here. This Shift Tree. Oh my goodness. I wonder, I need to look. I don't have my glasses on to see it because I never looked, and I meant to look. This Shift Tree looked like something that the artist that does the Giratina, because it's so busy and so detailed. I like this Shift Tree. I mean, it is very detailed. You can see all the texture in here. I mean, the designs and everything. It's just the eyes. That's why I say you got to see this. You got to see this in hand and see how the light reflects off of it, because I don't know what all you could necessarily see on the camera to get the full effect of it. Plus, I have it in the sleeve, kind of tones it down. But I don't want to keep pulling them in and out of the sleeve. I don't want to mess up the card, because eventually, depending on what my grade is on the ones that I have sent in already, I might have to send this in if I don't get a 10. So I got to make sure that I keep it safe. Now this was really, really different. It looks like a photo, for real. It looks like a reality photo, for real. Like very realistic. This was so different. So different. So yeah, those are my tops in temporal forces. And we're gonna move on to the next. Now, that was set number 3. Now we're on set number 4. What was number 4 for me? None other than Twilight Masquerade. Ninja time. Good ninja time. So, let's get to the art for this. Alright, here we go. Now, it was a lot to choose from in this. It was a lot to choose from. A lot of nice art. Lot of nice art. So, a lot of stuff to choose from up in here. of the set. It's the top dog right here. That's the top dog of the set right there, but it's not my top dog. And then he ended off with the gold cards. So let's get into it. My number one card in this set. N.Broad St. This card is beautiful. His eyes light up. You see, you probably can't see it, but the light hit it. Oh my God, his eyes just woo. I love it. I love the colorfulness, the playfulness. I love this card. It's my number one card in the set. Problem is, and I'm not saying for a fact, but this is the way it feels to me. In my opinion, it feels like PSA is gatekeeping on 151 and Twilight Masquerade. I have sent in so many of these to get graded. No PSA 10s, all 9s. So I find it very, very hard to believe that this set is that bad. You know, we make excuses for them. Oh, it's hard to grade, yada, yada, whatever. Whatever. But for as many as I sent in, I should have at least been able to get 1 10. So I'm just gonna hold my cards. I got a few of these, you know, so I'm just gonna wait till it die down some. Maybe the gatekeeping will ease up and I can get my 10. But I have too many of these cards to be trying to buy them. You know what I'm saying? I know that I got at least 1 10. I know I do. I mean, but this is my number one card right here. My number 2 card is the Greninja, which is at PSA getting graded. I had a 9 in the Greninja. I sold it or traded it. You could say I traded it for something else. Or sold it. I don't know. One or the other. Sold it or traded. Whatever. But I don't have the 9 anymore. Because I had a couple of more Greninjas that I sent in. So I know either they're going to come back a 9. Or maybe I could get me a 10. Can I get a 10? I don't know. Maybe. So yeah. So my number 2 card is the Greninja. This is my number 2 card. It's just this card right here. That is my number 2. I can't wait for my PSA to get here. I hope, oh my gosh, I really hope they do me right. I really do hope. Alright, number 3 card in the set is this Eevee. This is so adorable. I'm surprised this card is not more than what it is. It's got 1 Eevee for each evolution, right? So if you collect Flareon, Sylveon, Espeon, any of those evolutions, you gotta have this card in your collection to go with it. You know what I'm saying? This just sets it off. This sets it off. For Scarlet Violet era, this Eevee jumps it off because it's really focusing on now the evolutions. You got your prismatic evolutions coming out, all that. So if you collect this card right here jumps it all off. This is it right here. This card should go first, and then each one of the evolutions right after. You got the Unigaba set. This is it right here, baby. This is a beautiful card. Yeah, people will realize that later on down the line, but it'll be too late. By the time they realize it, the price of beating went through the roof. I'm saying, I'm glad I got mine. That's all I can say. I'm glad I got mine, and I got it in a PSA 10. I'm so glad because I got a feeling, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? In my heart, if you buy into cars because you love it and part of your collection and stuff, this car right here, yeah, it's kind of like that Van Gogh Pikachu everybody want, right? That's how that card is, I believe. Yeah. All right, this is another set I like right here. So these two go together to make one big picture. She's taking a picture of him as he's jumping up on her legs. Oops, sorry, I got it upside down. Go like this. So these are her legs. He's jumping up on her legs. She looking down at him. See him in her camera lens? Yeah. I like when they do stuff like this. This is pretty different and unique. And I love this growler. Another one that I have sent in. I probably sent in about 4 of these already. All nines. All nines. Yeah, I'm going to hold off for a while sending cards in to get graded for this set because I find that hard to believe. This is not even a texture card. This ain't an SAR. This ain't even textured. It can't be that hard. It can't be. Can't be. Look at my parent. A 9. No. We're going to hold on. I'm not going to spend all my money to keep doing it. And I know they're going to give me a 9 regardless. No. Mm-mm. We're going to hold on. Look at this card. I do not see. It's not even off-centered. Nothing. Okay? No white dots. Nothing. Clean. Okay? Yeah. No. Same thing with the Carmine. Everything that I sent in for Twilight Masquerade, all 9s. The only thing I finally got a 10 in, and that took a lot too. I sent in about 4 or 5 of those cards. That Lana's A and Blood Moon Ursaluna. Those are the only 2 cards that I got 10s out of. And again, I sent in 4 or 5 of those too. Finally got a 10 out of those 2. Just those 2 out of the whole set. My Carmine came back at 9. I was like, no, I'm not sending in no more. So these are all my duplicates that I have that eventually I'm going to send them in. But I'm not right now. I'm going to wait. Because like I say, it feels like they're gatekeeping. So, it's the Karen. It's the next one I like. I'm telling you, y'all got to see the eyes, the texture, and all that. Y'all got to see this in person if y'all haven't. If you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the thing about this set is, oh, I love this Chansey. Isn't this so cute? You got all the extra Pokemons in here. This is like a bonus. It's a Chansey card, but you look at all the Pokemons you get in here. This looks like a bonus. A bonus. I like this one too because this looks like a photograph as well. It looks so realistic. Looks like a photo. Toxic. What is this called? Toxiguri. This was pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So yeah, this is my Twilight Masquerade. There was a lot of stuff in there that I liked. I wasn't into. For some reason, the Ogre-Pons haven't really sparked my interest yet. I do like the Kieran with the mask on there. I like how they incorporated that to kind of like bring in the mask. You know what I'm saying? I like that, but I just can't get into the Ogre-Pons yet. They haven't. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it yet. It's not for me yet. Not yet. You know, maybe later on down the line, I'll start feeling something different about the Ogapons, but as of yet, not. All right, so we are on number 5. All right, guys, moving right along. Number 5 is Stellar Crown. Woo-wee. Yes, Stellar Crown. Now this set, it doesn't seem like it had a whole lot of art in here. It had some, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a lot. So that's where it starts at here on this page. Yeah, it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel like it was a lot. No, it wasn't. It was talking 3 pages. Yeah, it wasn't a lot. So in this set, though, my number 1 card, Dachshund. Oh my God! If y'all see this card in person, the texture on here, the lighting on here. I mean, this is just. And I'm gonna tell you, I really don't want to really, but I got to, because I gotta laugh at this, because when this set came out was election time, right? So it's like the 2 presidents was doing their debate. I'm trying not to say no names, okay? So they're doing their debate against each other, right? And then one of the presidents was like, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, and then when this came out and they have the dog like a loaf of bread, and hilarious, okay, hilarious. I okay, we ain't gonna talk about that no more, but that was funny. Anyway, but the card is gorgeous. The card is beautiful. This is my number 1 card of Stellar Crown. Number 1. Number 2. Alright, guys, you know these are my 2 and 3s. Come on now, Squirtle and Bulbasaur. Now I've already got a set already at PSA getting graded of the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle, I believe. I got this on standby just in case. I didn't want to send, a bunch of the same card in. So I'm holding this. This will go in. If I don't get a 10 in the one that's in there, then this will be the next one that goes in. And hopefully I can get a 10 on these. So we'll see. But yeah, this is 2 and 3. Love it. And the thing about this is I have this in Japanese as well, with the Charmander that goes with it. There's a Charmander that goes with these. So I have the whole complete set in English and Japanese, which I love. Fabulous. Great. I like this Zoroark. I like the colors. It's the colors on here. There's no texture on here, but the colors, I just like the colors. They're so bright. This Briar, I told you I like trainers, y'all. I like trainers. I love this Briar. You got to see how the light hits this. And Briar's like looking at a jewel, and the way the light hits it when you turn it, it looks like a jewel. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's textured. So, yeah. Again, this is the introduction to the rainbow borders. This was the first set that came out with the rainbow borders. So yeah, I love that. I love the rainbow borders. Add a little different flair to the cards. Yeah. Metatite. This card is so hilarious to me. This is so hilarious to me. Like the bird, what is it? Chateau, whatever, flying around, buzzing. He trying to meditate and have peace and quiet, and of course he over there disturbing the peace. He giving them the side eye. This stuff is hilarious. Some of this stuff is So I really like this card. I thought this was cool, funny. I like this card. The reboot. I like this. It's a little bit too light. Maybe I wish it was just a little bit of pop of color, like just a little bit darker, just a tad bit, because it almost just blends in with the background. But I like that faintness of it, how it does. But it just needs to be a little bit more darker on the color. But I like it. It was different. I like it. There we go, guys. I told you I like my trainers now. And then the lacy. Now this is the number one card in this set. Right? No, the Terrapagos. So I believe this is second. Maybe the second. But when it first came out, this was like one of the highest cards in the set. But I like my trainers, so I don't even care about what they talk about. But I don't like the Terrapagos. It's the number one card in the set, and I don't like it at all. First of all, I don't like the picture. You can't even tell. Let me finish this first. Then this gold card. I love this gold card. I like how they trimmed it. This is a nice card. I like that. That is nice. But let me show you about this Terrapagos. Not the gold card Terrapagos. I wish they had blew that up so you could see the rainbow one, because here it goes right here. But we're going to go to the actual. Alright. This is the number one card in the set right here. That is the highest, and when I say number one, it's the highest card, but it is not my number one. I can't even identify what that is. I have no idea what that is. I know what it's supposed to be, but I have no idea what that is. I don't like this card. I don't. Just that simple. And like I say, and it's because I don't even know what that is. So if I showed it to the average person that's not into Pokemon or know nothing about it, they wouldn't be able to tell you what that is either. So, no. And that's the number one card in that set, but not my number one. This is my number one. Gorgeous. Simply gorgeous. Alright, so that was number 5. So now we're on the very last one. And everybody knows what this one is. Shrouded Fable. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, there's some cards in here that I like, but this set just didn't do it for me at all. It just didn't. It just did. Alright, look how dark it is. Man. Can you see? So, see how it's such a small set? You know, such a small set. That's it. Okay, that's it. But let's talk about my number one card in the set. I like my trainers, guys. I like my trainers. So remember back towards my first number one set, and I told you about a trainer named Penny. This is Penny. And one of her aliases is Cassiopeia. Or Cassiopeia, however they pronounce it. I love it. You got, look, Sylveon in the background. I thought this was so cool. Looking like she's a spy. You know what I'm saying? She's on the computer doing her little I Spy type of stuff. I love it. It's textured. Yeah, so I love it. This is my number one card in Shrouded Fable. Now, my next 2 and 3 cards, I don't even know if you could consider them being into the set, but they are the promos. This Greninja promo, this is like one of the best things that Shrouded Fable had going for itself is this Greninja. It's texture. And this is a promo card. And it's texture. This is so cool. And then you got the Kingdra. It's also texture. Same thing. And it's a promo card. But these 2 cards are so cool. So cool. They should have had this. I don't know why they made these promo cards and not included these in the set. I don't know. But they should have. They sure should have. Alright, now back to the cards in the set. Houndoom. This is so cool. Now I have a couple of these in PSA getting ready. Hopefully I can get my 10s on. This card is so cool. It is cool. Love it. Then you got the Persian. Now this one goes along with, I believe it's 151. Giovanni. He has a card that kind of pairs up with this. You could tell the scenery is the same. The difference is Persian in his picture is laying beside him, and this kind of like sets up the scene like Persian got up and went to go look out the window. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. This Horsey, I thought it was a cute card, and boy was this hard. This card was hard for me to pull. I got 2 of these cards, and that's only because the first one I bought, and then I finally pulled one. It took a long time to pull this card, so I went on ahead and bought it because I think it was just like maybe $5 or something like that. So I wound up just buying the card because it was one of the ones I needed to complete the set. But then I wound up finally pulling it after I bought it. But I thought it was cute. But yeah, it was hard to pull. For me, anyway. This is also a promo card. The King Gambit. Pretty cool card. It's not textured though. This one's not textured. But it's a promo. It's not even in the set. So I don't know if I technically should have used them, but these are the best cards that I like for Shrouded Fable, and unfortunately 3 of them are promos. I like this Cresselia. It's pretty cute, pretty nice. It's okay. But guys, I had to pick 10 cards. And honestly, I mean, I just had to pick 10 cards. I mean, these are okay cards. They're the best ones that I picked. I like this blue, the way this blue shines. I'm not necessarily too crazy about the card itself. I mean, I like the colors. I don't know about this Monkey Dory and Okie Dory and Okie Dokie and all that. Yeah, they really don't do nothing to me or for me. But I do like the colors, the way this color is. I don't know what to say. I thought this was kind of cute. That was kind of cute. And that's my last card for this set right here. So guys, those are the 6 sets that were released in 2024. And that is the order of my favorite to least favorite. Most people go backwards and do least favorite to favorite, but I went favorite to least favorite. But as you see, there is still a lot of art in all these sets that you like, and I'm still trying to shoot for my 10s. Thank goodness that I have completed all of Scarlet and Violet up to this point. So I am done. Sword and Shield, I am still missing one card, which is the Shadow Rider in Chilling Reign. But from this point on in 2025, I don't know what's going to happen with me with Pokemon. It seemed like it's about to get really, really, really tough to complete sets in Pokemon. So I probably won't have any completed sets because the product, it seems like it's going to be very, very, very hard to get product. So I don't even know if I have product to even rip on to show videos. So I really don't know. This might be like back and forth. Like this might be my sneaker year and I'll be doing a ton of sneaker videos and less Pokemon videos. I don't know. I have to see how it goes. But the way it's looking like 2025 is going to be a sneaker year. 2024 was a Pokemon year. So that's the way it's seeming. So, but we'll find out. We shall soon find out. But guys, we're going to start off this new year. We're going to be happy. Stay blessed. Wish you well. And we're going to see how this year turns out. That's all. Until next time, guys. Oh, wait. See, I'm messing up already, guys. I'm starting off the year messing up. We got to send you out the door with some more code cards, guys. I got too many of them. I got to get rid of them. Quit playing. I got to get rid of them. So, get you some. I got plenty. I'm telling you, I got plenty. I'm going to try my best to put out a lot of them. And maybe I'll even do some in my sneaker videos. I don't know, because I need to get rid of them, guys. I got a ton. I mean a lot. I ain't playing. So guys, until next time, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified on my next video. Until then, this is Nickie Poo and I'm out.